about Ben Simmons and how the Celtics were interested in Ben Simmons, and that the Celtics would have to part with Jaylen Brown if they wanted to get him, which makes sense. If you're the Sixers, you're not giving him up for Marcus Smart. You're giving him up for something decent. Here's my take, and I've had this take now for the last 3 years or 4 years. Some people are starting to get on the bandwagon with me, but I'm definitely driving it. So nobody try to say they claimed this first. Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum. What is with all the love with Jason Tatum? He's okay. He's good. He's a good sidekick to Jaylen Brown, but everyone's making it out like he's the next Kobe. The guy's okay. He's a sidekick.
So I'll go first. I don't know a lot about baseball by any means, but I do watch college basketball.
It's basketball, Buck. It's basketball, not baseball.
And Jason Tatum was a pretty good college basketball player. And when was it last year or 2 years ago when he had those couple big shots in the playoffs versus the 76ers and in game 6 or game 7? I can't remember for sure, but I kind of feel like Jason Tatum kind of has that Odell Beckham Jr. effect. Like he had one big play, one big series, right? And then all of a sudden we're talking about he's the greatest thing to walk this earth. So no, Jason Tatum I think is highly overrated. However, Jaylen Brown does miss a lot of dunks at the on wide open dunks. So would you rather miss wide open dunks or wide open threes at the end of the day, right, Wayne?
Look, I'm the Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum thing. To me, you can kind of flip a coin. I mean, Jason Tatum does average more rebounds, does average more assists than Jaylen Brown, and averages about the same amount of points as Jaylen Brown. But he's also played in more games this year than Jaylen Brown. So I think you can kind of flip a coin there between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. The one thing I'm with you on is you don't bring in Ben Simmons. You do. It's the same thing that I just talked about with OBJ. Why would you want to bring that guy into your locker room? Why would you want to bring that guy into your clubhouse when you are already a good basketball team, when you are already a playoff caliber team, when you are already a top 5 caliber type team in the East? There is no reason for the Celtics to bring in that guy because he is not going to do you better than anything that you're going to give up, unless you're giving up maybe a Marcus Smart.
No, I agree with that. I'm glad that Buck brought up, would you rather miss the dunk or the three-pointer? Well, what if I said that Jaylen Brown is shooting 50% from the field and 40% from three, and Tatum is shooting 39% from the field and 33% from three? So basically, Brown makes more dunks and more three-pointers.
Yeah.
And then as far as with Brandon saying, I don't think you bring in Ben Simmons if you're the Celtics. I'm not saying that Ben Simmons doesn't fit on a team. I think that he does. But
really?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the guy's a super, super all-world talent. But I think that you've got to...
But he's a headache. Do you really bring that into your locker room?
Right now, he's a headache. There was a time when Kobe Bryant was a headache, and I would bring him into my locker room every single night. Now, I'm not saying that Ben Simmons is Kobe Bryant, but I'm saying that I don't weigh the attitude as 100% of my decision. His talent is so ridiculous. He's 7 feet tall. He's a point guard. He can do it all. He's basically a better version of Lonzo Ball, and he plays defense, he's like an all NBA defense player. So, he's a guy that you want on your team. He's like 22 years old or 23 years old too. So you got to find a team that he's happy to be with. And I think that he'll be fine.
Why'd you have to come after my 8-3 Bulls and go after Alonzo like that? Why?
I'm a Lonzo fan. That's why I compare him to Lonzo.
The Bulls are looking good, man. I'm actually watching basketball again, Wayne.